Houston, this is a radio check.
This is Houston. We hear you loud and clear. Okay, Jermaine, we see you coming down the ladder now.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Wait, Houston, are you seeing this?
This is Houston. What are you seeing?
I'm not sure. It's some kind of rectangle.
This is Houston. You still there? Hello?
So that's my OnePlus 10 Pro introduction video. Sorry this one took so long. I had a plan and then I was like, you know what, no, I don't feel like it. It was mostly just the standard kind of setup for the video itself, but it was just basic. And I really wanted to do something that was themed with space in it, with Hasselblad as a fact. And then naturally you think, you know what we should do? Definitely something on the moon. And then that kind of developed to something that took very long. So I got some assets for, of course, the character, because I'm not that good of a modeler that I can create an astronaut like that. Got an asset for the moon, and of course also the Earth, and of course a full view moon and just a plain view, what you see when the astronaut is basically on the moon. Either way, this one took quite a while because I had to use rigged animation. This means that there's basically a skeleton built into the model itself, and I'm definitely not gonna get the funds back that I put into the video because a lot of time went in it, but not to mention I had to get those models. Either way, it took quite a while because of that, and especially when I really wanted to do something more. For instance, what I was planning originally when it comes to this video is have, of course, Neil Armstrong or this astronaut pick up the phone itself and then go to a position where it takes that famous shot of, well, basically Earth. But the problem is, if I tried that via either keyshot moving the phone itself, because the skeleton movement I did via Maya, and then of course the animation itself for the phone I did via keyshot. Well, the animation, of course, the astronaut I would import to keyshot as well. But the problem is that it took forever. Just a single move could take like 5 minutes for it to show me the result of the move that I was doing. Because there's a lot of polygons in that model and my PC isn't that powerful that it can easily do those tasks. So it took a long while, and yeah, it made it impossible to do that. But then I was like, you know what, let's do something different. Let's make it something that really goes out of my comfort zone in a way of how I started, but also in how I proceed this story, how I tell a story about this concept before the normal introduction that you see later in the video, of course, where you just see full shots of the phone itself just flying around, I guess. The thing is, I really wanted to do something where I felt like, okay, this is cool, this is storytelling, this is this is something different, you know, something fun to make. And basically the logical conclusion for me was to make it kind of like a thriller kind of feel. Like, imagine having something like that in the 60s. That would be crazy. It would be like alien technology. So I really wanted to have like a thriller kind of vibe on the background sound. I really wanted to have a narration. And thank you, Life of Tech. For those who don't know, be sure to check him out. He's an amazing reviewer and his quality is top notch. Either way, check him out in the link in the description. But he did the voiceover for me with the text that I really wanted to say, basically to help the narration of the animation that I had. And he also edited the sound for those parts, because he's really good at editing, and the normal part I can easily do. But he just has that little bit more when it comes to it. Just for instance, check out my Note 7 video or my S21 Ultra video. I will leave a link in the description for that one. But he edited those, and you can tell the difference when it comes to good editing and my editing, which isn't that impressive. Either way, this video was really fun to make, and Roger seemed to enjoy it as well. He was basically sending me laughing emoticons and all that stuff because he was enjoying it as well. Because again, it's something different. It's something very different than what he normally does, but also what I normally do. And that basically made me enjoy making this video. I know I ramble on a little bit when it comes to this, but I just wanted to give you my perspective on this. And the time that it took and patience that I needed for this was just mental. So I also had my normal job, 24 hours a week. I had to do some work for everything I put Pro in between. I had to do some work from someone else. And I did this as well in between when I didn't have time for it. So yeah, I had a lot of sleepless nights, and sometimes just like 1.5 hours of sleep, and then I had to do my normal job. So it's been mental, but I'm glad that I did this because it's something different, and I just think it's cool. Even OnePlus on Twitter was like, "Oh, we want to know what it is," and I showed them a little preview, of course, and they were like, "Okay, this is cool, this is cool." And then they say, "How do you even do this?" I said, "Have no life and be mentally insane." I know probably everyone is in 2021 with the whole thing going on. Either way, I'm rambling on. This project took me forever to make. It took a lot of sleepless nights, but I do hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button, and of course share it with everyone, because hopefully hopefully I get some of the cost back for the assets, the music, the time, and then I can also pay Roger a little bit extra for editing this part as well with the intro and whatnot. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and be sure again, like I said, to subscribe and hit that like button and comment below, because all those things help out the YouTube algorithm a lot. Either way, have a good one, and if I release this before 2022, Happy New Year in advance. If I release it after, I hope you had a good New Year, and hopefully 2022 will be a better one. Either way, have a good one, and talk to you guys in the next